Hello everybody, welcome back to Mason Zero ASMR. My name is Mason, and today I have a package from TCG Player, some more Magic cards. So I'm going to open it up. A lot of these cards are for my my cube, which I'm constantly working on. And there might be a few cards in there for commander decks and whatnot. I don't really remember. But it's mostly just cube cards and cards that I've been meaning to pick up for a while. I got some foils of cards, picked up some Amonkhet tokens of the embalmed creatures I didn't have. So, first card here, an embalmed token. So, we have the token for, let me adjust this. We have the token for Angel of Sanctions. Don't have that one. As well as Glyph Keeper and Temet and Trueheart Duelist. Need all those. A Johnny's Comrade. This was just in the Planeswalker deck and I wanted to have one just for fun. It's also an elf soldier, so on its own it'd be good for a tribal cube that I'm trying out, where there's elves and soldiers as traps. Oops. Walking Atlas. It's an artifact card that I want to put into my cube because it is for ramp. I need to make my ramp a bit stronger. Sages of the Anima. It's a Simic card from Alara Block that I thought was kind of interesting. If you would draw a card, instead reveal the top 3 cards of your library, put all creature cards revealed this way into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. I thought it would be an interesting card. I'm not sure if it'll end up in my cube or not. As a blue-green card, that color needs some more support, and this card seems like an interesting thing. Skyshroud Ranger. It's a 1/1 for 1 elf. Tap it to put a land from your hand into play as a sorcery. Might go into my cube as another elf that also helps with ramp. Elf Replica. A little artifact that is enchantment hate. Not sure if this will go into the cube. At the very least it'll go into my tribal cube. Having something colorless is always nice, although you do need the green to sacrifice it. Gamekeeper, also an elf. I already have this card, ended up putting it into a deck though, so I need to pick up another copy, because this card is quite fun, and I'd like to have it in the cube. Some more bounce lands. I am using quite a few, so I picked up a couple random ones. I have Azorius Chancery, Selesnya Sanctuary. Caller of the Claw. It's a 3-mana 2/2 elf with flash. You put a 2/2 green bear creature token onto the battlefield when it enters for each non-token creature put into your graveyard this turn from the battlefield. So, have a specific card, but kind of nice for the sacrifice deck, which is kind of in green-black. So, I thought that was kind of cool. Titania's Chosen. Not sure if I'll put this in the cube, or I'm not sure if I'll put it in anything really. It seemed like an interesting card. I just kind of want to pick up some elves in case I tried to build anything with that in either commander or cube. Like I said, I'm trying to work on a tribal cube as well. Sulfuric Vortex. I wanted this for my cube because it's a great addition to the burn strategy. the beginning of each player's upkeep. Sulfuric Vortex deals 2 damage to that player, and players can't gain life. So that's kind of cool. Signets. On a few more of those, much like the bounce lands. Azorius Signet. Orzhov Signet. Ulvenwald Tracker, the green card I wanted for Cube. I thought I had one of these. I think I might, but I put it into a commander deck. So I wanted to pick up another one because it's just a great, cheap creature that ends up being valuable for removal later on. So it's a good one. Zealous Conscripts is kind of a quintessential card for Cube, especially with Splinter Twin. It's a great target for that. So I wanted to be sure I had one of those. I'm surprised I didn't already have one, just because it's so quintessential and it's great for Commander as well. Burst Lightning, also fun for the Cube burn strategy. It's 1 red for an instant to deal 2 damage to a creature or player. If you kick it for 4, it deals 4 damage instead of 2. So, you know, it's versatile, which is nice. 5 is a lot to pay for 4 damage, but it's a common. Another bounce land, Rakdos Carnarium. Wildheart Invoker. I think I just kind of picked it up as a more of a finisher for the elf deck. It's 4 mana for a 4/3. 4 mana is bigger than a lot of the elves. They kind of swarm the board, really. And this can pay a ridiculous 8 mana to give something 5/5 and trample till end of turn, which is not insignificant. It's a great mana sink late in the game. So I want that for Cube. Plated Geopede is a 2 mana 1/1 first strike that gets +2/+2 for landfall. I might put this one in the Cube if it's competitive enough in there for aggressive slots, because I wanted a couple more aggressive red cards. Regal Caracal, I didn't open one in Amonkhet, and it's just a cheap bulk rare, but I think cats could be kind of fun, and I wanted to make sure I have one. I don't have any intentions to use it at the moment, but it's just a fun card, and it's 5 mana for basically it's a 3/3 and it makes 2 2/2s, so it's 7 power for 5 mana, which is nice, and the tokens have lifelink. Beastcaller Savant. Can't believe I didn't have this in my Cube either. It's a Battle for Zendikar rare that I don't own somehow. It's just a great mana dork. It's a 2 mana dork, but it has haste, so it's real nice. You can get another 1-drop on turn 2. And it's an elf, which is relevant to my Cube. Wingmate Rock is a Khans of Tarkir mythic that I didn't have. It's a fun card. I want to put this in the Cube. It's sort of a top end for white. It's 5 mana for a 3/4 flying. If you attacked with a creature this turn, you get a 3/4 bird token with flying. And whenever it attacks, you gain 1 life for each attacker. So that's just a really cool card. And it's a mythic, of course, so it's going to be good. Grim Merchant of Asphodel. I have been meaning to pick up this card for my Cube for a long time. It's just a quintessential common to have in black. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses life equal to your devotion to black, and then you gain that much life. It's just a really swingy card, and it's just fun. At bare minimum, it's 2, which is nice. Arbor Elf. 1 green for a 1/1. Tap it to untap a forest. I don't know if this will make the cut for the Cube. It's kind of a cheap ramp card a bit, but I'm not sure if it's worth it over the 1-drop that lets you just put a land onto the battlefield. Porcelain Legionnaire. I already have a Phyrexian card in white. This will either replace it because it's aggressive or go along with it just for fun. It's just a quintessential common card. Pendelhaven Elder. 2 mana for a 1/1 elf. Tap. Each 1/1 creature you control gets +1/+2 until end of turn. There's a lot of 1/1 tokens in the Cube. I try not to make too many tokens, but there ends up being a lot of 1/1 elves and 1/1 soldiers, of course. So I think it might be quite useful. Void Mage Husher. 4 mana for a 2/2 human wizard with flash. When it comes into play, you counter target activated ability, when you play a spell, you may return the Husher to its owner's hand. So it's kind of a interesting card. Targeting activated ability is definitely unique, and there's a lot of activated abilities in my cube because I like to have a lot of aggressive cards at the beginning, cheap cards, but then they have an ability later as a mana sink. That's what a lot of the cube is, so having this around to activate or to counter an activated ability is just going to be real cruel. So now I have another package. I think this one has all the foils that I ordered. I see a lot of sleeves in there. Alright, so we have Simic Growth Chamber, another bounce land. Maeli Anima. I didn't realize this card was like 50 cents. It's a Naya Colors legendary creature, Elf Shaman. It's one of the pre-con commanders from Commander 2013, I believe. It's just a quintessential Naya card, so I want to pick that up. I don't know if it'll go into the cube. It will if I do Wedges and Shards, which I'm thinking of, but it's just a cool commander card to have around. Another Signet in Silesia Signet. Spectral Procession. Oh, I didn't realize I got two different printings. That's funny. But I wanted to have those around because there's a black-white tokens deck for Modern that I am considering making, and I only had a couple copies of Spectral Procession. Griffin Guide. It's a 3-mana aura. Enchanted creature has +2/+2 and flying. When it dies, you get a 2/2 Griffin token with flying. I have a enchantments sub-theme in the cube, and this seemed like a pretty fun and efficient card for that. Here's some foils, mostly foils for the cube. Got a foil Gear Seeker Serpent, foil Scab Goliath, and I should say these are pretty much just foils that were like 15-10 cents in that range. Thornbow Archer, Cutthroat Maneuver, Mana War, Warden of Evos Isle, Entomber Exarch, Deathbringer Regent. I don't know if this will go into the cube. It's kind of a big cost, but it's kind of a fun card to have around. Fated Conflagration promo. I don't have this card in the cube, but I just wanted to. I kind of collect promos, and this was a Born of the Gods buy a box promo, I believe. Rattleclaw Mystic. I am considering putting this card in my cube, and I had no idea there was a buy a box promo of it, and I thought this one was really cool, so I picked it up. Promo of Skyship Stalker from Kaladesh. Foil Seed Guardian. Foil Nantuko Husk. There we go. Foil Mnemonic Wall. I bet this looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool with that wall of ice. Rex Muddy Guildmage foil. Werebear foil. Teleportal. Kiramitra's Acolyte. I think this is the promo version of it. I was pretty sure I was looking for the promo version. I think this is it. Alternate art. I'm gonna have to check on that. Scythe Leopard, the promo of it from the gift box, which is a foil. It's kind of cool. The Scythe is in foil, specifically. And then last but not least, Valorous Stance, the foil promo. It's just a nice card with two different modes that are very useful for just 2 mana. So that's all the cards I got. Just some foils for cube, as well as some other cards and essentials that I want to try out. It was only about $10 to $15 worth of cards, so nothing too crazy. Thank you all for watching. If you have any other budget cards you think would be cool for my cube, let me know. I've changed it a lot since I made a video. Oh god, it was probably almost a year ago that I made a cube video about what I had, and it's changed so much since then. A lot more cool cards, a lot more synergy. That one was really just thrown together. So it's a lot cooler now, and I can't wait to share it. So thank you all for watching, and I hope this relaxed you, or at the very least interested you with all the cards. So I will see you all in the next video. Let me know what you thought of this one.